Okay. Hello, good evening, good evening. Hi, hello everyone. Good evening. So, here we are again for another live session regarding how to prepare for GPAT and NIPER. So, first of all, guys, just let me know that you are. One second. Oh, so, guys, please let me know that you are able to listen me properly, hear me properly, so I can continue. So just say hello, hi. So just confirm once, guys, that you can hear me properly, so we can continue our session. Because last time, we had we had problem with network connection, so we couldn't. Okay, so Aditya, yes, Abhishek, yes. Okay, thank you, Abhishek, thank you, Aditya, for confirmation. So today we are going to discuss about how to prepare for a GPAT and NIPER, and today's our guest is Aniket Singh, who qualified GPAT with very good rank and qualified NIPER with AR 10. So we are going to interact with Aniket, and he will share his experience regarding how to prepare for a GPAT, how to prepare for a NIPER, and what kind of mistake we should avoid during the preparation of GPAT and NIPERs. And also we will try to understand what is exactly GPAT, what is NIPER, who are the eligible, and what will be the benefit after the getting admission to the NIPER. So we will start our live session with Abhishek. Sorry, Aniket. Just give me a 2 minute, guys. I'm going to add him. I'm facing some problem from here. Okay. So we are adding Aniket. Hope so everything will be go fine, because last time we tried to interact with Abhishek, so we were facing some network issue. So I hope this time this won't be happen. I'm trying to add Aniket, but I think there is some issue. So let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes, guys. Hope so. The today's session will be go right. Okay, so here we go. Hi Aniket, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm fine.
Okay, so Aniket, first of all, thank you so much for accepting my invitation and become our today's guest.
Yes, sir.
And well, we are going to discuss about how to prepare for a GPAT and how to prepare for a NIPER. And we will discuss some point regarding GPAT and NIPER. And first of all, before starting our session, I would like to ask you a few things. And first is that, so please tell us about yourself. Where are you from, and what are you doing exactly now?
Hello everyone. My name is Aniket Singh, and I'm from SGS ITS Indore. I've completed my Bachelor of Pharmacy from SGS ITS Indore, and my GPAT rank was All India rank 53, and my NIPER rank is All India rank 10. So a pretty good hike from 53 to 10. So
Yeah,
yes.
right. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And it's indicate that how much you have taken efforts for your GPAT and NIPER like exams. So Aniket, every time we heard about GPAT and NIPER, so can you please little bit tell about what is exactly GPAT exam? So what kind of exam is it? So please tell us about the GPAT.
GPAT is mainly it. Firstly, talking about what the format is. So basically, it's like multiple choice question based. 125 questions we have to face, and it's like plenty of time. 3 hours, I guess. It's like much of time rather than NIPER, which you get 2 hours and you get 200 questions. So GPAT is.
Right.
I would refer to like GPAT is based on conceptual, much on conceptual, and it gives you like much time than that of Niper. Because in Niper you don't see one question. If you skip one question, then you won't be seeing it. So because it's like time, there's much issue in Niper.
Right,
So
right.
yes.
Okay. So basically, GPAT is like exam where you evaluate yourself regarding how much study you in in your pharmacy. So the next question will be arrive like, so if someone is in third year or final year, so or he or she like how to prepare for a GPAT. So can you please little bit tell about us to how can we prepare for a GPAT? How can we make a notes? Which kind of reference book we should use in GPAT exam? So please tell us about like GPAT exam preparations.
See, like starting from GPAT. So basically, if you have a pretty good knowledge about the basics, everything about the basics, if you have studied much good in your semester exams, and I must say, like you have a clear base, then if you are willing to choose any coaching, so or if you are dependent on your self study, then it must be like it's not that tough. So basically, starting from everything, like I will divide everything like from core subjects to the minor subjects. So
Right.
first figuring out about the core subjects are, so basically ecology, Sutics, cognosy, and chemistry. So basically these are, I guess, these are the main subjects which we have to divide on the core subjects. And then
Right.
talking about the minor subjects, so basically minor subjects like biochemistry, jurisprudence, and physical chemistry and all other minor subjects. So basically you have to be like pretty good about your theoretical knowledge, as well as evaluating yourself by practicing much and much MCQs. These are like
Okay.
hell of important. Like if you won't practice MCQs, that you can't evaluate yourself, like how much theory you have covered in that.
Right. So, Aniket, as you just tell us about how we should divide the GPAT exam in point of view of preparation, we should divide minor subject and major subject. So, as we know that there are many major subjects like pharmacology, pharmacognosy, pharmaceutical analysis, and there are some very tough subject like pharmacology. So, I just wanted to know that how did you exactly prepare for a pharmacology like subject? So, please give some idea about how did you exactly prepare for that subject.
See, like figuring out how GPAT asks about the pharmacology. So basically, if we calculate the pharmacology as 100%, then
Right.
I will say like 60% of pharmacology is covered from basic classification. I
Okay.
strongly recommend, if you don't have like small KDT which consists of classification, then you must
Right.
purchase that, because
Right.
classification is hell important. If you have every like classification, if you have crystal clear, then I will say like 60% ecology is done, and then the 40% remaining ecology, it is mainly
Mm.
about the statement questions, and some of the like adverse reaction, side effects of drugs, and some of the receptors. So basically these 40% questions are like, if you have a pretty good knowledge about these like adverse reaction, if you have a pretty good command on ecology, then you can hit to like 100% point of that.
Right. That's a really good point you have mentioned here. So we should firstly focus on classification, then
Yeah.
drugs, and then their mechanism action also important. Then pharmaco, adverse effect also important when we are thinking about how to prepare for ecology. So it was about ecology. So my similar question for the pharmacognosy. So how exactly you prepare for pharmacognosy? Because we know there are the names of pharmacognosy drugs are very very tricky. It's very hard to remember. So did you follow some kind of tips or follow some kind of strategy to remember those drugs from the pharmacognosy? So please tell us about pharmacognosy preparation.
See, like pharmacognosy, to be very honest, in GPAT, they don't ask very tough questions about the pharmacognosy. See, like these are
Okay.
pharmacognosy, around 8 to 10 questions are asked, and these questions are like very basic questions. So I would recommend, like, first, don't go too deep, like studying everything microscopy and everything, cultivation microscopy, each and everything. I won't recommend that, but still, you have to be very clear about the all the like basic headings like alkaloid, glycosides, terpenoids,
Right.
volatile oil, carbohydrates. So basically, you have to cover all the classifications very nicely with tricks.
Right.
Or if you are joining any coaching or something, then they would be like giving you much trick. But if still you are doing self study, then I would recommend, like, there are many channels in YouTube. For personally, I would recommend, there is a channel, Pharma Notes. So Pharma Notes,
Okay.
they have a playlist of like pharmacognosy. So basically they give like very easy tricks for pharmacognosy. You can learn every classification, and also
Okay.
learn every test of pharmacognosy. Like pharmacognosy, if you are learning test, then in the backside of Kokate, there is given all the test
Right. They have given the
points. So
tables.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so basically you can figure it out from that.
Okay, okay, that's a very nice tricky that you have just mentioned over here. So, so my next question will be regarding your study about GPAT. So, when did you exactly start GPAT, and what kind of challenges and what kind of mistake you made during the preparation of GPAT?
See, like I have started my preparation from kind of when I was in my like sixth semester, from like third year
Okay,
last sem. Then I was like
okay.
pretty serious that I have to face GPAT and something. And
Mhm.
still starting from the preparation, like see, everyone learns from the mistake. I've also made a plenty of mistakes. See, like
Right.
from starting, I was like very good at reading all the theory, and I have covered every book like KDT and
Mhm.
Lackman, Kokate, every book. But still, I'd point out my mistake that I haven't practiced that much of MCQs, because
Right.
like if you are giving theory exam, then you study about like theory. So basically,
Right.
if you
Right.
are studying about MCQ exams, then you have to be pretty clear about that. You have to be very good about practicing MCQs. So basically,
Right.
that was the like the losing point which I escaped in GPAT, but still I took it in NIPER, and it
Right.
was
Right.
pretty clear in my mind that I have good knowledge of theory, but still I was lacking in MCQ. So I covered it in NIPER, and that like it
Okay,
was
okay.
pretty.
It's really nice experience that you shared with us, because when we are preparing for a GPAT like exam, then we must have a practice play a huge number of MCQs, because then
Yeah,
only we get idea about regarding how and what kind of question they can be asked in GPAT like exams. So
exactly.
basically it was okay. So it was about a GPAT. So we will move toward the NIPER. So firstly, tell us about what exactly NIPER is. What kind of NIPER thing is? So please tell us about that.
See, like NIPER and GPAT are way different. If you have cleared GPAT pretty nicely ranked, then first you don't think like you can score pretty good in NIPER, because NIPER is like it have less time, 2 hours and more questions, 200 questions. And see, like
Right.
they are not gonna ask like big questions, because they also know that like this time is very less, and they don't be
Mhm.
asking very big questions. They are just like one single line, one liner question they ask. And
Okay.
for NIPER, you have to be pretty clear that you have to practice and practice more and more MCQs. So I will be like pretty clear, if you have practiced more and more MCQs, then you are really gonna hit a good rank in NIPER. That's
Okay.
the
Okay.
main
So
point.
okay. So basically, for appearing for a NIPER like exam, so we have to clear GPAT exams with good
Yeah,
marks. Then
yeah,
only we will be eligible for a NIPER exam.
yeah.
Okay. So it was about the eligibility criteria of NIPER. So would you please tell us about your preparation? What and when did you start your NIPER preparations? NIPER
Uh,
preparation.
yeah, see, like when the result was out, I was pretty like I was expecting much good rank, but still I was lacking the practice. So basically,
Happen. It's happen.
I was pretty clear that I have a good knowledge of theory, but still I have
Mhm.
to work about like practicing MCQs, and also revision is very important. If you have prepared your
Right.
notes, then
Uh-huh.
I would recommend what was my strategy, that I revise the topics for like 6 hours a day, and then further time I give to practice the MCQ. So like 6 hours revision, and then like as much as MCQs you can face for a day, then like it's like pretty clear that you can strike a good rank.
Okay, okay. So basically, the MCQ is a key factor of GPAT and NIPER exams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my next question will be regarding the books, reference books. So in GPAT and NIPER exam, so can you please enlist the books which are important for GPAT and NIPER exam? And I also request for a student, those are watching us, please note these are the points, the which we are discussing. It will be very good. It will be very good for you if you are writing these all the points. So, Aniket, please tell us about the reference books.
Yeah, so starting from like the reference book, starting from the core subjects like for pharmacology, KD Tripathi, but still like I would point it out like KD Tripathi, don't go for like reading line to line all the theory, because still you won't be remembering each and every
Right.
line facing. If you are like, see, if you have pretty good knowledge and you have done the KD Tripathi during your semesters, then it is like pretty clear you can read it, but still like if you haven't studied KT Tripathi, then I would recommend like you can also recommend Sparsh Gupta, because the Sparsh
Right.
Gupta book is also it's like an extract of KDT and
Yes.
other books, so you can also refer that. but don't go for
Right.
like line to line study, because books, see, like theoretical knowledge is good, but just like
Mhm.
thinking that I have theoretical knowledge and I can strike a very good rank, that's like overconfidence. So basically
Right.
that should not
And
be. Yeah.
yeah. Please continue. Please continue.
And then further, moving towards the Sutix, then also Lachman. So basically Lachman is also like line to line questions comes, but still, like, see,
Uh,
if you have practiced MCQs, then you pretty know that like how MCQs are coming. So also
right.
in GPAT also, see, like from Lachman, I would say like 4 to 5 questions are there that no one can strike. So if you have studied Lachman, but still I would recommend ki, like don't ruin your like months and months studying Lachman for
Mhm.
like just those 4 and 5 questions, because those 4 and 5 questions won't give you first rank. Basically, if you
Right.
have
Right.
practiced all the MCQs very nicely
Right.
and also studied all the basics theory which you have studied in coaching, or you have prepared your own notes, then
Yeah. Yeah.
also you can get like good ranks. So still, like running from the questions which other can't do, it's like not doing much favor in your case.
Right. Right.
And then for Cognosy, see, like Kokate is good book for
Right.
Cognosy, but still, again, I'm saying don't go line to line, don't read everything microscopy and all, because see, like microscopy, you can't complete, like there are more than hundreds of drugs for
Yeah.
Cognosy.
Right.
You can't remember
Yes.
everything, but still, like what you can remember is like the classification very clearly, the test you can remember very clearly, and then first, see, like a strategy is there, like if you are preparing for revision or something, then my strategy was for like a day, say I have to study today, I have to study ecology. So like today I have
Right.
to study ecology ANS topics. So some topics I have write it down that these topics I have to strike it down today, and then I'll
Okay.
add a minor subject with that, like a one big subject and then minor subject. So like biochemistry, I have picked vitamins. So I have studied
Right.
these topics throughout the day, and at the night I can practice the MCQs for that particular topic. So that topic will be completed from my side, then I will further carry out my revision. So these are the like basic thing that you can follow and strike a very good rank.
Okay. So basically, it was about books. So we will go further, and so my next question will be for self study. So, what we should be prefer? Self study we should be prefer, or we should join any coaching centers, which are sometimes they pay high amount of charges for joining the any institute in India. So just tell us about if someone want to do self study. So what kind of steps or what kind of things he or she should be keep in mind while doing the self study. So please tell us about that.
See, like if you are either doing coaching or doing self study, see, like in coachings also, see, like all students do coaching, but still all students don't get good
Right.
ranks. So
Right.
basically, it's like the main point, you have to do self study. You can't blame like coaching that like some students get very good rank and you don't get good rank. So you can't blame the coaching that they don't teach.
Right.
So
Right.
basically,
Right.
you have to be at your point. You have to be responsible, because coaching is not gonna write the exam. You have to be very responsible about yourself. So if
Right. Right.
you have done coaching, see, like you have notes and every material. So you just
Yes.
have to figure out that if you are facing some difficulties, you are studying the theory, and then if you are practicing some MCQs and you are not getting that much that much yield, then you can read some more of that particular topics which you are not at pretty good strong about. And then if we're talking about the like self study, then I would recommend ki, like first get a good circle around you, like your study circle should
Right.
be
Right.
very effective. So like, because
Right. Right.
we what we do is like we study all the things and we don't know what see, like there is a path which you have to follow. See, like you have a guide, you have to be very clear about your guidance. So there should be
Right. Right.
someone who will guide you ki, like what you have to do and what you don't have to do, because still like everyone don't know everything, like we have to study either theory or what we have to do. So
Right.
if you are doing self study, then just take note from your any of your senior who have cleared GPAT or who have just like scored. So basically, you can get an idea about that, and then you can carry. See, like self study is also good. There's a friend of mine who was from Ahmedabad. He is from Nirma University.
Okay.
So he basically did everything self study. He
Okay.
didn't join any coaching. Okay,
Wow.
so he scored in GPAT. His rank was 40, AIR 40, and in NIPER his rank was AIR 26. So
Wow, that's
basically,
good.
you can score anything if you have like good institute, but still, if you have like there is one just now you have to score a good marks and you have to get a good rank. So if you have that thing in your mind, then it doesn't matter you're doing coaching or something, but still, coaching has
Right.
its own benefit.
Yeah, right. That's a really, and Niket, I would say it was a very, very nice session with you, and you have covered all the doubts of us. So my next question will be regarding you. So, what will be your future plans? What exactly you want to do in your further life? So, please tell us about your life.
See, now onwards, I will be like thinking about Niper, so I have to be like very good about the academics, and I was thinking like to gain a good to gain a good practical knowledge in Niper, and for further
Right.
future, I'm wishing to pursue GRE exam and go
Wow.
further abroad for like pharmaceutics drug delivery. I have to do PhD in pharmaceutics drug delivery, so it's like a very pretty good scope in drug delivery and further. So
Right.
I, yeah,
Yeah.
so
Actually,
that's
it's a really nice plan of yours, and
yeah.
I would suggest कि जो भी अभी the who are the study who are want to prepare for a GPAT and NIPER like exam, so they have to clear from basic to the
Yeah.
advanced. Not I would suggest not advanced level, but basic they have to clear, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so Aniket, it was really nice session with you, and definitely I would try to arrange one more session regarding how to study for pharmacology and pharmacognosy and other major subject, because you have a very good now knowledge, and I would say this is the one of the biggest and very nicest session I ever taken with anyone, and you have given very good knowledge about GPAT preparation and all the things, and definitely I would connect with you offline, and we will discuss how and when we can arrange the other sessions. So meanwhile we will
Sure.
say you goodbye as of now, but we will still we will conduct a one or more session, and thank you so much for giving this no, such a kind of information. But before that, before we are wrapping this session, I will take your 5 or 10 minutes, because I am going to take questions from the our comment box. So whoever the student was having any doubts, they can comment below. We will ask this question to Aniket directly. Just give me 2 minutes, Aniket. Yeah. So someone asked about how to write classification in detail. So I think he is trying to ask how to prepare
How
or how
to,
to understand
yeah.
the classification. So
So
please tell.
basically, classification, if you're talking about the ecology classification, so I would recommend ki like, see, like in classification, you can make your own tricks or somewhere. See, like, there is much better way if you buy like KD, small KD, and by seeing, by like daily practicing, daily learning pharmacology classification, you can maintain a very good photographic memory. Because
Right, right.
when you are practicing MCQs now, you will remember the particular page. Yeah, that page it's like written in there. So still there's one other thing, but still you can remember the classification by creating your own tricks. Or there are much tricks in YouTube also. You can recommend YouTube, or if you are doing coachings, then they give like tricks for everything. So basically, it's like open to all. Like YouTube is everything. It has everything. You can see tricks from there. You can prepare your own tricks. Anything like you can do for remembering the classification.
Okay. So there is another question from Mr. Yogi. How many question we need to attempt in GPAT like exam?
See, like it's like very important questions. So if you are like you have prepared very nicely in exam, like you have studied a pretty good theory and you have practiced MCQs, then still if you have not done these things, I would recommend ki like don't go for like just 70 or 80 questions. So don't go like exact accuracy, because see like you cannot maintain exact accuracy. If you have striked
Right,
70
right,
questions, then there's sure that you have made mistake in 30 questions. You don't see
right,
like
right.
if you will attempt 70 questions, then you will do 70 out of 70 right questions. So basically an ideal attempt should be 115 questions. According
Right,
to me,
right, right.
ideal attempt will be 115 question, and in my NIPER exam, I have attempted 198 questions out of 200 questions. So basically, if
Okay.
you will attempt, if you have attempted less number of questions, then see like there is a difference between if you are practicing MCQs in any test series now. So I would refer key like first you do your accuracy thing, that you have attempted less question, and then do one thing, do attempt more number of questions, then see the difference in both scores. You will see a way big difference in the score which you have attempted less question and more questions. So basically it's like a logarithm, that if you attempt more questions, still like I'm not saying ki like you just go and pick any one question. So basically
Right,
it's
right.
like another way, like eliminate some of the options which you have
Yes.
pretty knowledge that like this question, this option won't be the answer, and then eliminating the other questions, you can strike the correct question. But still, don't go for attempting low attempts. Just go like 115, 115, 120 is a pretty good attempt for like anyone.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
so next question is about Naipur colleges in India. So please tell us about where are Naipur colleges and which colleges are good when in terms of Naipur. Yeah.
See, like Naipur colleges, the top three colleges which
Right. Yes.
Naipur
Right.
Hyderabad, according to
Hyderabad
the
and
rank. First is
yeah.
the Mohali, second is the Hyderabad, and third is the Ahmedabad. Then other
Right.
Kolkata, Guwahati, Raebareli that comes. But still,
Yeah.
like the most developed Naipurs are the Naipur SAS Nagar, Mohali, Hyderabad, and Ahmedabad. These are like the top three institutes for Naipur.
Okay, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
another question from Mr. Deep. He's asking which specific book we should prefer in GPAT exams. So I think there is a Inamdar book is also there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Pearson is also there. So please tell us about these books. Yeah.
See, Inamdar and Pearson. See, like the both books, you can refer for. See, like in Inamdar and Pearson, both contains theory also. If you are practicing
Okay.
MCQs, for Pearson, they contains the like a superficial knowledge of each subject, superficial points of each subject, and then the MCQs. So you can refer either any one of this, Pearson or Inamdar. You can refer any one of these. If you have both, then it's like much good. So basically, Inamdar it contains MCQs and then it contains whole explanation of why this answer comes. So basically,
Right.
it's pretty good for Inamdar also and Pearson. So like many questions are even repeated from these books. Even
Right.
Pearson, there are many questions that are directly asked from the Pearson book also. Like in GPAT 2020 CGMP question, one CGMP question was their current GMP. That was directly asked from Pearson, and hell of questions
Okay.
are these are repeated. So really, these are
Okay.
way good books for practicing MCQs and to get a
Okay.
superficial knowledge of every subject.
Yeah. Okay. 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 So it was questions from our followers, our students. So I think there are no questions. So we will wind up these sessions here, and definitely I'll call you again in future regarding the specific subject. We will take one specific subject like how to prepare for pharmacology, like subjects. So as
Yeah.
of now, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us such a important guidance for our students. And I know definitely they have gained knowledge from this live session, and
Yeah.
whoever is asking me repeat this live session, yes, definitely we'll get live session in our IGTV on our YouTube channel as well. So you can visit our YouTube channel with the same name, that is The Future Pharmacist, and you will also get this live session in our IGTV. So Aniket, thank you so much for connecting with us, and
Thank
please
you, sir.
take care and all the best for your future.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. See you. Bye.
Okay, sir.
So it was Aniket Singh with us, and guys, it was very nice live session. And okay, so next time I will try to invite guest from uh, job oriented session will be there next time. And thank you for connecting with us. As of now, we are going to close this call, and we will meet very soon with different topic, with different person, with different aspect of pharmacy. We will learn from with us, and we will try to collect and try to gain knowledge from the people those are in the pharma industry. So thank you for guys, thank you connecting with us. We will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.